Hey Commanders fans, get ready, because today we have exclusive news about our team, and you can't miss a single detail. So take advantage and subscribe to the channel. Activate the bell to receive everything firsthand and, of course, leave. I like to strengthen our support and show that there are only true fans here. Our commitment is to always bring you the latest updates, news, and everything that goes on behind the scenes at Commanders. So, without further ado, let's check out today's news. Commanders make shocking addition to coaching staff with four-time NFL All-Pro. The Washington Commanders are sparing no expense when it comes to the 2025 season. That's what happens when you're a legitimate Super Bowl contender for the first time in decades. The latest addition comes from the coaching staff, where ESPN's Mike Rice reported on April 7th that the Commanders have added wide receiver Wes Welker, a four-time NFL All-Pro. Welker spent the past 6 seasons as the wide receivers coach for the San Francisco 49ers from 2019-2021 and the Miami Dolphins from 2022-2024. Wes Welker, who was in the news last week as a Hall of Fame inductee for the Patriots, 672 receptions in 6 regular seasons, plus 69 in playoffs, is in the news again this week, Rice wrote on his official X account. Welker, the former Dolphins wide receivers coach, has joined the Commanders staff, sources say. Welker has numerous ties to the Commanders, from the coaching staff to the front office to the players. Welker was a teammate of offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury at Texas Tech in the early 2000s, then coached with the 49ers, while general manager Adam Peters was vice president of player personnel. Source confirms Wes Welker will join Commanders staff as personnel analyst, wrote J.P. Finley of NBC4 Sports in Washington on his official X account. He will work with both the personnel and coaching staff. Welker's stint as 49ers wide receivers coach also featured the best season of Commanders wide receiver Deebo Samuel's career in 2021, when Samuel earned NFL All-Pro honors with career highs in receiving yards, 1,405, rushing yards, 365, and total touchdowns, 14. Welker has worked with some of the NFL's best wide receivers. When Samuel earned All-Pro honors under Welker in 2021, it marked the first time since Pro Football Hall of Famer Terrell Owens in 2002 that a 49ers wide receiver had been named an All-Pro and the franchise's first Pro Bowl wide receiver since Owens in 2003. With the Dolphins, wide receiver Tyreek Hill was a 2-time NFL All-Pro selection in 2022 and 2023, with over 1,700 receiving yards in each season, including leading the NFL with 1,029 receiving yards and 13 touchdowns in 2023, when Dolphins wide receiver Jalen Waddle also surpassed the 1,000-yard mark. One of the NFL's all-time great wide receivers, Welker had a storied career in college and the NFL, where he played 12 seasons for 5 different teams and led the NFL in receptions 3 times. 3 reasons. Mike Green is a perfect fit for the Commanders in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Washington Commanders' 2025 offense appears to be set, but they still need to work on defense and should be careful with the top pick. First, there's a chance Green gets swallowed up before the Commanders have a chance to get him. It would be a great day for the Commanders if he falls as high as number 29. However, many mock drafts have him higher than that, so the Commanders may need to trade up, perhaps as high as number 19. But he's the guy the Commanders need to make their defense more of a threat. Here's a quiz question. When was the last time the Commanders had a top-tier pass rusher? You have to go back 7 years to find defensive end Ryan Kerrigan. That's a long time to go without a guy who can strike fear into opposing offensive coordinators' offices. Green brings explosiveness to the edge rusher position that the Commanders have been missing all these years. That's his signature trait, according to NFLDraftBuzz.com. Green's calling card as an NFL edge rusher will be his explosive first step and sophisticated run plan that keeps tackles off balance, NFL Draft Buzz wrote. That blend of speed and technique projects well to the pass. Now, the Commanders will have to pick and choose where to place Green against teams that can run the ball. His 248-pound frame raises legitimate concerns about how he'll hold his own against NFL offensive tackles in the run game, NFL Draft Buzz wrote. Year 1 likely means a specialized role focused on what he does best, hunting quarterbacks in secondary packages. But Green has the potential to become much more than a guy who steps in when someone else needs to pass the ball. His natural leverage and rapidly improving hand usage suggest room for growth, even if he's never a power forward establishing the edge, NFL Draft Buzz wrote. There's enough physicality on tape, particularly against tight ends, to project eventual three-down capability once his frame fills out. The key will be maintaining his rare movement skills while adding the necessary mass. Edge Mike Green brings a needed attitude. When the Commanders play teams like the Eagles and Cowboys, they face guys with the attitude of being unblockable. That creates a whole unit bonus for the defense. Green has some of the intangibles that a guy like Micah Parsons brings to the Cowboys. Green isn't Parsons and won't be. The reason comes from his determination. Green plays above the threshold from an effort standpoint on every snap, according to NFL.com. High-energy pass rusher with productivity, and a playmaking style that should transfer to the next level, Lance Zierlein wrote. It pushes relentlessly forward, but it can run out of gas because of its hot engine. There are accusations out there, Green said. I've never been questioned. I've never been asked. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's ever asked me a question about what happened before I left Virginia. It was just accusations that made me leave. Commanders name shocking suitor for explosive RB, amid pending role reduction. Adam Peters hasn't been shy about making bold trades to help improve the Washington Commanders this offseason. While it seems unlikely, the general manager won't hesitate to pull the trigger on another one if he feels it could benefit the organization in the short and long term. The Commanders are ready to win right now. Jaden Daniels' immediate rise to NFL stardom dictated the need to shift gears a bit. Peters responded accordingly, using his experience and conviction to put everything he could into the signal caller to ensure his immediate success is sustained. Wide receiver Deebo Samuel Sr. could be a legitimate steal if all goes well. Peters was given All-Pro status for just a fifth-round pick after the San Francisco 49ers deemed him surplus to requirements. Left tackle Laramie Tunsil cost more, but his potential impact is immeasurable. That puts the Commanders in a good position for the 2025 NFL Draft. Peters didn't rule anything out, but he only has 5 picks to work with. Washington also had to give up next year's second-rounder for Tunsil, so the added urgency amid rising expectations is there for all to see. Commanders linked to Breece Hall trade amid growing uncertainty. It may be worth the Commanders keeping an eye on Breece Hall's growing uncertainty with the New York Jets. New coach Aaron Glenn has said the wideout is in a good place. However, the AFC East club is planning to take a committee approach going forward. I think mentally, Hall is in a good place, but I would say we have 3 running backs on this team that we're going to utilize as much as possible. They're all big men, they can run, they're violent, they're physical. So I think when we get a chance to put the guys in and see exactly how they operate, I think every player is going to be happy with the way we've handled this offense, and I think he's going to be one of them. Aaron Glenn via ESPN. That's not the news Hall probably wanted to hear in a contract year. The former second-round pick looked like a genuine force as a rookie before an injury derailed his momentum after just 7 games. He's been reliable enough the past 2 years, but the Jets want to see if a more collective effort in the running back room alongside Justin Fields, one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks, would bring more to the offense. Speculation immediately swirled about a possible trade for Hall. The Commanders were surprisingly linked shortly thereafter. They need more explosiveness within the running back unit, and have been ultra-aggressive about offensive reinforcements this offseason. The dots connect. FanDuel Sportsbook put together a Commanders trade package for Hall, which inevitably sparked some serious debate on social media. Here are the terms. Hall is a good player, but that doesn't seem likely. The Commanders already gave up their 2026 second-round pick to the Houston Texans, so not having their third-round pick complicates things even further. They're also thinking highly of Luke McCaffrey, who shined in year one and could gain more responsibility with some development over the summer. These options shouldn't include Hall.